Hola GCSE Spanish students, with your speaking exam coming up, let's talk about how to prepare for the roleplay and the photocard. In the exam, you get 12 minutes of preparation time, so in this video, I'm going to actually prepare a roleplay and photocard with you, using the full 12 minutes. I'll be talking through how I do it and giving you tips along the way. And then in a part 2, I will do a proper speaking mock with someone who will play the role of the examiner, and you will get to see a full walkthrough of the speaking exam, including the general conversation, so subscribe to see that. Vamos! Here's my roleplay. I would always spend a maximum of 3 minutes planning the roleplay, so my 3 minutes starts now. Estás hablando con tu amigo español o tu amiga española sobre los planes para el futuro. First bullet point. Tus planes para los estudios el año que viene. So this, to translate this, your plans for your studies next year, basically. You have to say 2 details. So this is how I would respond to that. Dos detalles. So talking about the future, I would begin with something like quiero, meaning I want. Quiero estudiar, I want to study. And then a subject, for example, let's say las matemáticas. Quiero estudiar las matemáticas. And then 2 details. So en la universidad. That should be your 2 details. So what you want to study, maths, and then where in university. Next one. Tu opinión sobre el coste de ir a la universidad, 1 detail. This is your opinion about the cost of going to university. So probably say something like it's expensive. Only 1 detail, so maybe like 1 adjective would be fine. I'm going to say, en mi opinión, ir a la universidad es muy caro. Going to university, in my opinion, is very expensive. Keep it simple and short. Next one. The next one is actually an unprepared question, so the examiner will say that question to you. You just have to make it up on the spot. Next one. Tu trabajo ideal y una razón. So your ideal job and a reason. So basically giving 1 detail. What would I say for this? Ideal job. Let's just say a waiter, for example. So me gustaría, meaning I would like to work, trabajar como camarero, and then as a to give a reason, you can say porque, because es interesante. Again, a really simple adjective, interesting. And the last one, there's a big question mark, meaning you have to ask the examiner a question about planes para el trabajo. So I would say something like maybe ¿dónde quieres? So where do you want to? And then the questioner says you can refer to your friend as tú. So ¿dónde quieres vivir en el futuro? Maybe where do you want to live in the future? Again, keep it simple, something short and simple. And that is my plan for the roleplay. I've got about 30 seconds left. Let's move on to the photo card. And then the photo card. I would spend 9 to 10 minutes on the photo card, so let's get started. The first question, ¿qué hay en la foto? Is always the same. What is in the photo? So, I'm going to start with en la foto, in the photo. You can say en la foto hay. I'm going to use en la foto puedo ver. It's a bit more sophisticated. En la foto puedo ver un chico. For example, I can see a boy. Y make it up, let's say cuatro chicas. It doesn't have to be super accurate. Where are they? Los chicos están. We're not using son, we're using the verb estar because location. Ser and estar both mean to be, but we're using estar in this case. So los chicos están en, they are in un parque, maybe. What are they doing? El chico tiene cuatro, we can say cuatro botellas en su mano. ¿Qué más? Also, so también, maybe describe what they're doing. También puedo ver que los chicos, they are, so if you want to say, like, describe what's actually happening using the present continuous, you'd say están, if you say collecting, recogiendo, so they are collecting, the ing, recogiendo la basura, the rubbish or the junk. Maybe one more sentence about the weather, let's say. So, pienso que, and then is it good weather, bad weather? Maybe it's like almost cloudy. So, pienso que no hace buen tiempo We use hacer for some weather expressions, so no hace buen tiempo. A reason, ya que los chicos, or let's say, yeah, let's just use los chicos están, and then the clothes they're wearing, llevando, um, ropa de mangas largas. So mangas is a sleeve, so long sleeve clothes. Or oops, you can also say something like ropa de invierno, invierno de verano. So like summer clothes, winter clothes, etc. Okay, that's the first question. And second question, ¿es una buena idea tener que pagar las bolsas de plástico en los supermercados? ¿Por qué o por qué no? So to translate this question, it's saying, is it a good idea to have to, this tener que, I'm going to highlight it, tener que is almost like a chore to have to do something. Is it a good idea to have to pay for the plastic bags in the markets? And so why or why not? I would argue the both like positive and negative in this question. So let's start with so my opinion. So something like creo que, or you can say pienso que. Let's use a mi modo de ver. So in my perspective, from my way of looking, a mi modo de ver, tener que pagar las bolsas de plástico en los supermercados. So if you can see there, I'm just using the same words in the question um, to respond. So en los supermercados, we can say es una buena idea. And the reason dado que reduce, it reduce el uso de plástico. Yeah, something like that. Reduce el uso de plástico en nuestro mundo, in our world. Another sentence, giving your opinion again, I could say diría que es muy importante to protect, proteger el planeta. So I've used I talked about my opinion, and then we can say the other side of this. So por otro lado, según mi madre, and then you can use the conditional tense, something like it would be very expensive to have to pay for the bags. So por otro lado, según mi madre, sería is how we say it would be. Sería muy caro tener que pagar las bolsas. Pagar las bolsas. So I've given my opinion, someone else's opinion, so my mother's opinion, and use a different tense, the conditional tense. Last question. ¿Qué cambios, what changes would you like to see to improve el transporte público en tu región? Let's translate this question then. What changes would you like to see to improve the public transport in your region, in your area? Well, we can say we can link it to this idea of like protecting the environment. We can say I wish it was cheaper, I wish it was more reliable, for example. So let's begin. Again, in the question they say te gustaría, so we can reply with me gustaría, I would like. I'm gonna start with me gustaría. Me gustaría ver más autobuses, so more buses basically, en mi región. Para reducir maybe la contaminación. So to reduce, para is like, yeah, to reduce the pollution and el aire, in the air. Now we can sort of use the conditional tense, saying sort of what you would hope to happen. Let's use the imperfect tense with something like cuando era más joven, when I was literally younger. Cuando era más joven. So if you say I, that's there is. So let's use había. There used to be. I don't think there's accent there. So había muchos trenes. There used to be many trains. Cerca de mi casa, close to my house. For example, so describing a region. And then one more sentence in the imperfect, maybe saying I used to like these trains, so me gustaba to get on the train, using like tomar, or let's use coger el tren todos los días. So I used to like, me gustaba coger el tren todos los días. A reason, ya que it was easy to get around, ya que, let's say, ya que era divertido, it was fun. Y, this makes it a bit smaller. Y era, we can say, fácil desplazarse. It was easy to literally get around, is what that means. Because public transport, being in a train, you can travel easily, I guess. Let's do two more sentences. Someone else's opinion, always. If you're not sure what to write about, give someone else's opinion. Using mi hermano dice que, my brother says that, andar, which is to walk, is like something good. So andar es el mejor manera de viajar. It is the best way of traveling. I think that makes sense there. And then got a couple minutes left. What else can we say? Lo que más me preocupa, what worries me the most, something negative. Lo que más me preocupa es que, so my cause es que mucha gente, so we're using mucha because it's la gente, it's a feminine noun. So it's not mucho gente, it's just mucha gente. Usa, not usan, because again, you have to think about the agreement. It's all people. La gente is singular. So it's not they use, it's he, she uses. Mucha gente usa su coche cada día. So this means what worries me most is that many people, or a lot of people, use their car every day. Yeah, that'll basically think I'll leave it there. Or we can say like something similar, lo que más, like the worst thing, something negative, lo peor is a really good one. Lo peor es que, and the almost worst thing is that, what changes would you like to see to improve the public transport? Es que el transporte público, no es, how do you spell that? Fiable. It's not reliable. I think that's correct, yeah. Yeah, let's leave it there. So that is how I would plan my photocard and my roleplay using the 12 minutes you get in the exam. Subscribe to see me actually perform this as a mock speaking exam. Good luck with your revision, and go to astarspanish.com/tutoring if you want to practice your speaking with me. Vale, adios.